Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Pocket Change. Us part-time resellers trying AI and trying to get into the big times. So,
I've done well.
had a good week?
I
How'd you do,
cannot
Joel?
complain about how well I've done this time of year. I'm actually a little sad because we're coming up on the
Oh,
great
sorry to hear.
vacation, the end of the year. Our
Yeah.
year ends. Mine officially ends on the 16th of December.
All
So
right.
that'll. But I'm gonna try to time it. I'm working with it. So supposedly it's the end of the year, but I'm like, no, no. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to come back for the last week and I'm going to run some sales. But we'll see how that goes, ladies and gentlemen. Usually, Benz and I close down from the
Yeah.
date of
Hey.
USPS until the 31st because we just figure, hey, it's time. It's a week of vacation for us, and we can kind of keep listing all that. But I will say this, I am trying one thing different with our shutdown this time. I am trying the
What?
allow sales throughout the shutdown.
Okay.
I don't know how
Yeah.
that'll work because usually you and I have done it so that we didn't allow it because the whole purpose of shutting down was so we didn't
Mm-hmm.
get the, can you get it to me on time for Christmas Eve? So I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, everybody. I've been selling stuff this week. I sold 5 things this week, and this is and it doesn't ship till the 23rd. So people are still buying stuff. I don't know. I have to know it's not for
I hope
Christmas,
so.
so
I
it's
would
just
be. I
random
would be
stuff they're
making sure.
buying, I
I mean,
guess.
here's the thing. I figure if somebody buys me during this time, I will send them.
Hey, you muted. Hey,
Why is this program doing this? Because I'm not hitting it here. It's some kind of new
I
thing
yeah,
where it's just
it's
all of a
a
sudden
new
wants to
thing
mute
for
me.
you. Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. It's weird. It might be. They broke into your
It's the
Descript room.
CIA.
They're all into eBay
There you
reselling.
go. Yeah,
They only want to hear
yeah. They're
what
like,
I
oh, they
have
can't
to
tell the
say, so they
secrets.
mute me just so they can catch a clip there.
On their own. Yeah, because they don't give a shit what I have to say. Thanks, man. You know what? That's messed up.
It's
Or maybe they
not,
want to hear
not
what I
that
have
might
to
be
say. They
true.
want
That's
you to
not what I
shut your
meant.
damn
But
mouth.
you would
Yeah,
you
yeah,
would take it like a
yeah,
woman. You
yeah.
would.
Uh huh. I ain't like a woman.
Well, we
Yeah,
just
it's
pissed
what we
off
would.
half our audience there. Anyway,
I take it
yeah.
like a human. Mm.
Anyway, I was just trying to figure out why they only do that to me. I mean, maybe you're right. Maybe they just want me. I don't know
Maybe you
how.
have
I'm
something
still
wrong in your
using the
setup.
same setup I've always been using.
Yeah, I know. What were you talking about? Now you're muted. Now you're
Well,
just
see,
being
that's what I'm
foolish
trying to
because it's
figure
not
out.
showing
So
you
you can
muted.
hear me right now, right? Okay, so I'm going to hit the mute button
Yep.
on this thing.
Yeah,
Right, so it's
but it
not
doesn't show
something to
muted
do
in
with
the
my
room.
setup. It's something to do with Descript doing it
Mm-hmm.
to me. Because it pops up the mute on
Mm-hmm.
there. Which is kind of weird.
Yeah, it is.
Oh,
So,
goodness. Oh,
what'd you
back
sell
to
this
back to
week?
that. Yeah.
Anything? Yeah.
I hadn't even logged in. I've sold several things this week. I guess I could bring it up on my phone. Probably better to bring it on my phone than try to crash my old school computer here, folks. That I've been told is way too old to go continue on. It's no longer receiving updates. Bless its poor little heart.
It's time for a new
Um,
PC. Buy one of those. I got the little bitty box, little box I
I
bought
mean,
for
I
like
sold
$100
three
on
things
Amazon.
in
It
like just
does
this
really well.
weekend. Because I boxed on Friday or Thursday and
Nice.
sold. So just since Friday, I've sold three things. Like I said, I told you I'm like averaging one a day. Okay, so I've sold a pocket watch chain. I sold a stopwatch. And this is the one I'm most proud of that I sold just
Nice.
recently. Now I'll go through, this is just in the last 3 days. I sold one of the coats that I have had since we started 3 years ago. So
3 years.
everything sells eventually, folks. Just
Everything
make
sells
sure you're
eventually.
keeping, okay, here's the thing. I'm going to say this. If it's a $5 item, and it doesn't sell in a certain amount of time, you're not going to kill yourself by getting rid of that. As long as you don't have $5 in it.
Yeah.
I mean, but
Yeah.
I knew this was like now I ended up selling it at a deal. They offered me a deal and I took it. It's like a $15 coat and they offered me $11, and I don't know where this got from. This is what's crazy. It's a $15 coat and they offered me like $11.82. I was like, what? I've never been offered that kind of a weird offer before, but sure, I'll take it. So Ben's didn't hear that. He's concentrating on something real hard. Look, folks, it's honing in on Ben's right now. Something must have popped up. Maybe he got a sale and he's been looking for.
I got an email from one of the AI things from support.
You contacted support.
From support.
AI, I thought we weren't doing that.
I didn't. That's
anyway,
why.
Let's go
up.
to what I have sold this past week. So, of course, I went through all that. I sold a pocket watch. I ended up selling a pocket watch. Now, this pocket watch that I sold has sold like 3 times. So, as soon as it was sold, I made sure this is the one. Yeah, it was sold. No, it was sold Friday morning, and it went out Friday afternoon. Now, why did it do that, folks? Because, like I said, It has sold 3 times, and people come back and are like, oh, that's not the one I thought it was. Because this was one of those To My Daughter with Love. And I always thought the daughter one was kind of weird. I mean, like, those who can't sell that much. And people would contact me about, like, can I cancel? I thought that said to my son or my dad or my da-da-da. And I'm like, so you didn't read the description that says To My Daughter and you didn't read the picture? Sure, I'll cancel it. So this is like the 3rd or 4th time it has sold. So as soon as it sold, boy, that sucker got shipped.
Picked and shipped that sucker.
I sold a pocket watch lot of broken pocket watches that for parts only. And that's pretty much. So apparently what I sold mostly, it's been pocket watches, pocket watch chain, and a coat. And a stopwatch. So,
nice.
But
it's basically what you have. So, I mean, that
now,
makes sense.
wait a minute. It's not basically what I have. I've actually got less pocket watches now than I do of a lot of other things. But here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I've been listing too. I've been trying to make sure I get all my pocket watches, all the ones I got, and I've only got like 3 left. So I've been trying to make sure I get all of them listed on there, but I don't like put them all at one time, so I spread them out. And I've been making sure I get all the rest of my pocket watch chains listed that I've got. And then I've been also listing a few clothing things here and there, some coats and sweaters and stuff like that. So it's, again, you and I have our slogans. Basically, everything sells eventually, and then you sell what you list. So in other words, and it sounds kind of funny and kind of corny, folks, but thing is if you're listing, like if I go up here and I list just for the next week, I do nothing but list tools. What you're going to notice, or what I will notice in the algorithm, is that the tools is what I'm pretty much selling. Because what eBay does for some reason, and they've been doing this really since AI came in, is AI tells the eBay algorithms, well, they're listing this, so this is really, this part over here of their store doesn't matter. Now, you may still sell a few items in that other part if somebody's directly looking for something, but you will see that what you're listing pick up dramatically in your impressions and what you're selling. So, which is why I've gone to where I list multiple things in multiple categories. Or try to maintain that when I'm listing every evening. When I'm listing, I'm going, okay, I want from this category. What have I got from this category? What have I got from this category? Now, what Ben's has been doing here lately is grabbing a whole bunch in one category and just getting all his inventory listed out of that. But it's interesting, too, if you look at his. I'll bet he's been selling a lot of hats. I'll bet he's been selling a lot of, well, you tell us what you've been listing.
Hats, comic books, and Funko. I've been listing hats, Funko Pops, and Funko Pop, and comic books, and I've been selling hats.
Well, wait a minute. Back up on that just a moment. Let's sell that again. So is that all you have in your store, or do you have more? Do you have more than those 3 categories?
No, Well, I mean, it's probably predominantly largest thing I have is the comic books now because I listed 600 of them, and I listed like 400 Funko Pops. So consistently,
But it's not the only
yes, it
categories
is what
you
I have
have.
the most of.
No,
Yeah,
I'm just
I don't. You
no,
got
I'm
very
not
offended
offended.
by
I'm
that.
trying to
I didn't
point,
mean to
trying
offend
to make
you.
a point to the folks listening because you and I have been over it and we agree on it.
Yeah. Well, I agree, and it's the most recent thing, so it's kind of I got itchy back.
It makes sense, folks. What you're listing in the category is what you're going to
Yeah,
sell. Because eBay pushes
it's what's
that. I
selling.
don't know why. You'd think they'd push your whole store, but they don't. They just don't. They're going to promote based on what you're listing. It's weird. But anyway,
Yes.
so what have you sold?
Hmm.
Well, let's do this because I'm curious. You, based on what you've been selling, should be ahead of me for the month. Right now, so far right now, after my fees and everything, right now, we're setting almost a half month in. And I'm setting with that's the other thing. I can't seem to get above 170 items. It's like I get 170, I sell back. I get 170 and I'll sell like pop. Like I sold those 3 things. And I'm like, gosh, I'm trying to get back, So it's like I cannot quite get above it with selling similar and filling in the holes, trying to get above the 170 mark. So it keeps selling me back. But anyway, I'm about $120 after fees and everything. So what are you at for the month? You should know
I don't
this.
know.
Yeah.
Why should I know that? The last 7 days, I've sold $107
Not 31
worth.
days.
For the last
I wanna know for
31
the
days, I'm
month.
at like 223. Well, okay, take $44
So you're
out
doing
of
really
that.
well. And what are you
So,
at? How many you got in
200.
your store right now? What's your number? Back up to 1,000 yet? Almost 2,000.
17.
It's almost two.
No,
Almost
1700.
2,000. Sweet.
1706.
So what you can.
I haven't really listened anything since the 4th. Been kind of busy all week. I took pictures.
Yeah, we
I don't
see
know if you
that stack of boxes.
stack of boxes over there. Those are all VHS, DVDs, and some toys and stuff. So today I took pictures of all that. So I probably have like 1,000
Wow.
items that I need to list. So that I just haven't had a chance because I've been playing
Well,
with
and,
the AI
and I have
lister.
too. And the sad
Different
part
ones.
is AI Lister, folks. This doesn't affect Ben's as much as it is me, but it's really hitting on my numbers. So like the other day when I was doing it, and I had to stop it
Yeah.
and go back, and I learned some things. But I had to stop it and go back, and that ended up using, instead of using the 10 that I wanted to use, I ended up using 20 of my slots. It's like, man.
Yeah, so maybe you don't do. I mean, you can
Here's
just let it ride for a month with So what are you changing to? You're trying to get the pictures, so the pictures really don't seem to be
no
working
that
out the way I want
on.
it. But I
Well,
do it so I can do them in a different
let me
category.
just go
and
ahead,
different
and I think
stuff.
we should do a debriefing at the end of this, a debriefing show where we kind of talk about some of this stuff. Maybe we'll bring this back out. But I've noticed one thing about the pictures. So if your pictures aren't quite right or you want to adjust your pictures, one thing you can do is try to get your pictures onto your PC, which is where they got to be anyway, and edit them first
Added them first.
and delete. So
Yeah.
eBay will let you delete the AI pictures. You can delete the AI pictures without deleting the AI posts. Delete out the pictures and edit your pictures and put them back on. And then basically it's the same thing. Now, what I'm trying to figure out, or what I want to do this coming week, if we get it, we're going to look at it some more. We're going to try to do another more AI. What I want to try to do this week is go back and say, okay, if I just do revise listing and I delete all the pictures, will it let me? I don't know. I've never tried this to see if eBay will let you delete all the pictures out on a revise. In other words, it's
What if you edit your pictures before you upload them to the AI?
that might work. I hadn't thought about that. That's probably what you should do,
That's probably
folks.
that's what I was
go
thinking
ahead
about
and
doing.
edit them before you upload them to AI. Now, Now, that is something we're going to talk about in this program too. So, because again, different AI platforms treat things a little differently. A little differently.
Yeah.
So, what is it? Differently? Differently? Differently?
Differently. So how my
Oh,
AI lister
he's
this
biting
week,
at the
I want to
bit,
share.
folks.
You
He's
ready?
biting at it. No, no, no. We can't get to that yet. We can't get to that.
This was.
We got to have sell of the
Oh,
week.
good Lord. What do we got?
Which mine, I'm going to say, was that
Okay.
coat that I've had for like 4 years, 3 or 4 years now. That is a lady's coat. I should have modeled it. Probably could have sold it quicker.
You gonna
Sure, I'll
share it or
share
not?
it. Actually, you go ahead and share yours. Go ahead and talk about your sell of the week, and then I'll bring it because I got to log my system in. I hadn't even logged mine in because I try not to crash my old PC. You make fun of it, but this old girl's still going. I mean, you used to have one old girl back in the day, folks. He had one old girl that just was his workhorse, and then it died, and he's bought like 25
Yeah.
cents. There's never been the same as that old one was. All right. So now they got your sell of the week up. All right, well, go ahead and show it.
Yeah. I was
I'm
waiting for you to
computer
stop.
chatting to save us so we don't have dead time.
All right. So it's my sale of the week. I sold an adjustable trucker hat. I don't know if that's really a trucker hat, but it's one size.
That's called a trucker hat style, but it
25.19.
really is probably more of a farm hat. That's cool, though. That is cool.
Yeah, it's more of a form hat.
It's a cool hat.
Yeah.
And what does it say on it? Garst or
25.19.
Karst? What does it say? What's the logo on it?
Karst G
I don't know
Stag.
what that is.
I have no idea, but
Someone
it's just a
probably
cool
recognized
scene
it.
hat. Yeah, I'm sure. So that was my sale of the week.
All right, well, I'm getting ready to show mine. Go ahead and grab your. Do you have your? He's trying to rush us, folks. I'm going to talk a little bit while I share mine up here. Oh, he is.
I'm in no
He is,
hurry.
folks. He is so excited to talk about the eBay lister he has done this week. Because you guys know that I went back just for you guys. I went back and I retested the one from last week that required a certain way you had to set everything up. We'll get into that. So just for you, because I love you guys. You're our people. So now, see, I'm good at taking up a lot of time. All right, let's share this right here. Share this. All right. Why is it doing this? Okay, so this is the Love Tree Women's Hooded Puffer Vest Sherpa Lined Hood Navy Blue size large that I have had for, well, I don't know. I started when August of 2022 or 23. I can't remember. Somewhere around there. So I've had it ever since I started. I think I'm going on my 3rd year right now. I think I've been officially 2 years reselling. So I've had this
I would say 2 years.
over 2 years. This one item right here, and it is officially leaving and headed somewhere else, which will be awesome.
Nice.
So let's see. I might have been on the cheaper side. I don't know. All I know is I had it. Yeah. I had it listed. No,
For
I
3
had
years,
it listed
and you got $12.99.
and they gave me $11.82.
Oh,
I was like,
$11.82. That's a random. Look, I'm gonna say $11.82. That's what I'm willing to go.
Harry. I was like, okay.
Well, the shipping was $7.28, so 82 makes sense because that makes it a whole dollar. But it makes it what, $18, $19.
Okay, if that's how they figured it up, that's great. I mean, that was, to me, folks, that was so weird. What I got is like, you have an offer, and I was like, okay. So I look at it, I'm like, well, what am I? $12.99. Yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah, I had a comic book I sold this week. It was $6.95, and they offer me $6. I'm like,
I mean,
all
that's
right.
what I tell everybody. Look, we're frugal deals. I'm frugal deals. You make me a reasonable offer, I'm going to take it. I am. But if you try to crapball me,
Yeah.
I'm going to decline you. And if you crapball me like that one guy did, where he wanted like 90% off, he now is blocked. He was never. I will never get nothing from him again. Remember that guy? And then he offered me $1 on everything. I should have taken it.
You should have took it. I would have took it.
I should have taken it
All
boxed up.
1,700 items for that price.
Yeah,
$8 worth of shipping on each one. Make $8,000 and walk away.
I wasn't thinking like that. I was
So
insulted.
my feedback of the week. That next. I know you were very upset. You were like, "What? No? Huh? Bitch." All right. So my feedback of the week: prompt shipment, received in good condition, pleased with purchase. It was for a pocket watch. It was a steam train on it.
Now wait a minute.
And the buyer was one gray feather.
Wait a minute. Do
One
you have a
gray
picture
feather.
of that? I'd like to see that pocket watch.
Okay, I can share that.
Huh. Nope.
You got the
I
same
thought
one?
it was like one I had, but I do not. I do not have. I have had. Okay, show that again. Show that face again. Okay. Yeah. That is the small Chinese face. In other words, I knew this. I know this pocket watch was made in China. I can tell exactly that is where it was made. Yeah, small
And
face.
it says small.
But I will tell you this:
watch.
that face there, folks, is much better than the large Chinese because that one, the go back, click on it. Okay, so folks, here's what I'm going to tell you. So this crystal here, the bezel here on the small one, it comes from inside. In other words, it's got a little flap around it that it has to be installed on the inside. They've started doing them like this a whole lot more because they were getting complaints that their crystals were popping out. Because the Chinese quartz style original with the larger face, it's just glued in with a cheap glue, spot glued, and it will pop out. Now the ones that they made back in the 90s, the Chinese made back in the 90s and early 2000s, they're glued all the way around, and you can see if you look at them very closely, you can look and see if they're glued all the way around. Those are okay, but if the ones that are spot glued and you're just like, that don't look right, they will crack. That thing will fall out. I'll tell you another test. If it's a large face and you can mash the bezel in just a little bit, don't buy it. It ain't worth having. But this one here is a small one. Like I said, that's the sturdy one. So that's actually a pretty nice one. I am digging the train on it, though, because the train on it is, it's almost like it would be like you could give it to a child. Does that make sense? I mean, it's not a big expensive pocket watch, but if you've got got a grandchild or something that likes trains or, is into bib overalls like grandpa or like daddy or whatever, this right here would be awesome. And with the flowers on the back, might even work for a girl. All right. I was just curious because I sold a train pocket watch
I like flowers
recently too, and I was just wondering if they were the same one. But, all right. Because I'm actually looking for that one again because it sold very well. All right, so my comment of the week, let's see, most recently was on a socket adapter. Performance Tool W32158, 1/2 inch female by 3/4 inch male adapter. I don't know how much I made off of it, probably not much at all, and it just says, received socket adapter today. Yep, thank you very much.
Positive though, right?
Because what happened, and I'm going to tell you why this guy was so happy. I'm just going to tell you, it was by accident, folks. I was already getting ready to head to the post office that day. I already had a bunch. He bought it that morning. And I was like, well, I might as well go ahead and pack that one down. It's only going to take much to put one of these sockets, drop it in the little blue 8x5 bubble wrap. I don't have to put nothing with it except a shipping label. I already know that it's 4 ounces. So hit click print on the shipping label, stick it to the thing, drop it, peel it off, stick. I'm out the door with it with the rest of my packages. Well, what's funny is I got there. I happened to get to the post office and put it through the manual machine, the scan. You scan it yourself, and I walk over, and instead of putting it in the pull down at the machine, because it's small, I can put it right through the metered slot where it says metered instead of stamped and metered.
Okay.
I put it right through the metered slot, so it falls down in there. Well, here's the thing. So that was, I looked at the receipt. That was at 11:37. Pickup there is at noon. So it went out.
Nice.
And he's literally, I'm not going to tell where this guy is, but he's literally within a 3-hour drive of me. He got it the next day. And he was like, that's why he's
nice.
Like, received socket adapter today. Because he was expecting it probably to take eBay was telling him 3-day shipping.
Yeah,
dude,
3 or
it may
4
not
days.
be there till next week.
Yeah.
He was like, oh my gosh, I could get back started on my project today. So, yeah, and so nice. That's why he, so that was awesome. That is my, and I'll say that is Phantom Axe James. I have to put it in the Phantom Axe James. So a great buyer, can't complain there. But I like getting feedback like that. I don't like getting feedback like I've gotten here lately. I like getting feedback. Received a socket adapter, and he's not bragging. He's not really saying anything. To me, he is, but it's not that he's putting in there. Yeah. Oh, it was the greatest thing packaged ever. It was packaged so well. Blah, blah. No, he's just like, hey, I got it. Yay! So that's the kind of buyers we want. That's my comment of the week. All right. Now we can go into your AI. He's wanting so bad to show you this, folks. So bad. He's been chawing it a bit. He's just so excited.
This is not something you're going to want to use. But it's super cool.
So let's go ahead with your new AI here. We'll go through my review of the one we did last week that we couldn't really give a good
Okay, so
get my pacifier here.
Here we go. You ready? Mm-hmm. I don't know what that was. Share. We are going to share.
Wow lister. Oh.
Wow lister.
Is that why it's cool? Because it's wow.
This is all it is. It's wow. It's wow. It's unbelievable. So this lister, you find the item on Amazon or Walmart.
Okay. Wait a minute. Currently experiencing interruptions to our service due to issues with eBay API. Okay.
I agree.
Anyway, go ahead. So you got to find it on Walmart.
So I went into so I'm going to go into here. We're going to click on this Funko Pop, right?
Yeah.
And then I'm going to search Google with this picture. Boom, there's an AI.
We don't have it.
Here's an Amazon.
You got to share that tab. Okay.
All right, yeah, there we go. Give me a second. You jumped over to it, right? Now you're on Amazon. You go to the top. You copy the address.
Okay.
You go back to Wow Lister. Share this instead. You paste that. You hit submit.
Walmart.
Amazon. So then it shows you, oh yeah, I found it. This is the thing. Sweet. And you go, okay, what? And then it says, your item's listed successfully. What? It didn't do it? What? How did that happen? So we're going to go back. Go back to our listings. Active. Boom, it's there. Boom. Aha! It listed it with the pictures from Amazon.
That was Walmart. Yeah.
Oh, was it? Well, it doesn't matter. Walmart or Amazon. Boom, it listed it. And we're shipping it from Missouri because that's where it's from. But it made the listing, and yeah, it does your description, which is your description, flash pot, vinyl,
like
and puts the little guy in there.
Yeah.
Cool ass description.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool if you're buying everything off of Walmart or Amazon to sell on eBay.
Yeah. Look, we take our reputation seriously. We buy and sell online, so we understand the value. If you unsatisfied with your order, please contact us. We will work with you to resolve. But dude, it made a listing like boom.
How much is it on Walmart? Well, apparently you're trying to sell it for $9.99. All right, so let's.
Yeah. But that's super quick.
Wow,
and
it does a
decent.
Great. That's the best description I've seen of any AI lister we've done. That is the best description. I'm impressed.
So then I think you could then, if you did that, if you took pictures of the items you had, found them on there, you could then take this.
Let's do
this. And
do you have a picture of this particular one?
And then put your pictures in. I do not. No, I do on my listing, but I don't have
this is you listing it twice?
Yeah,
okay,
here it is
so
listed.
do this.
I just took the top listing.
Take one of those pictures and let's just grab one. So click on it.
I don't think I can do that.
It's not gonna let you.
No, I saved it. Let's see what it does. But because that's from another.
Go back to that one because I want to see something right here, folks. Yeah.
Edit. Let's see if I can take those pictures out.
Just take that one right there. Delete it. Yep. And now add. Well, let's see if it'll do it because you're not changing the listing right now. It set the picture. Okay. Now let's scroll down and go done. Oh, you want to take it in? Okay. All right. Adjust it. Revise it. Because what I want to see is if it gives you an error message like this. Nope, it didn't. Okay, so there we go. Nope. All right. That told me one thing I needed to know from earlier, folks. If you were paying attention, you just picked up on it. That's pretty cool, though. I really like that description.
Dude, and it's crazy fast. It just takes all the information from there and
like let's go back. Yeah, that's my problem. Then you're a hose.
It's Amazon or Walmart. Amazon or Walmart.
You're a hose, Gina.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you go to Walmart, right now,
but that's crazy.
Let's do this while we're dealing with this. Okay, so go back to your Walmart tab because you were at Walmart. Let's share it for a second. Which one were you at?
Amazon.
I think you were at Walmart, but okay. So bring it up.
I was at Amazon.
Amazon might have it, but I doubt it. I seriously doubt it.
Mm-hmm. It actually made a better description than what's on this.
I'm with you. I love the description. I just want to check one thing. Oh goodness!
$9.99.
Forget it. I'll look it up on my own, folks. So let's go.
What are you trying to do? Oh no! Sorry, I forgot to hit share this tab. I thought I was sharing the tab.
Because I want to see. Now you're at Amazon. Okay, so let's type in.
Yes.
Let's see. I don't know why I've got to worry about Virginia health information consent. I'm not even in Virginia. Okay, so at Walmart, I'm at Walmart.com. You're at Amazon. Let's type in like something that's vintage, just to see. I just want to see something. So let's do like some kind of vintage pocket watch or something. What have I got? What's a vintage brand name? Let's see. Let's do Milan. M-I-L-A-N. That's a pretty common one. Milan pocket watch. There's a lot of them
A
that
lot
do,
of pocket
yeah,
watches
but they're
come
not
up.
any of them are, and not any of them I'm seeing are that brand name on Walmart. Is there any MILAN?
No, I don't see that either. No. No, there's none coming up. Replan, Tong, Vasco,
Yeah, okay. So there's
Sheen,
my problem
Dakota.
with this lister. With this lister, folks, if you are a, from what I'm understanding, if you would be, if you're a importer, so if you want to be an importer, then yes, this would work fine for you. I wish eBay would get back away from that. When I first started a couple years ago, you couldn't be. It was tougher for you to be an importer on eBay. Now they were like, no, 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 let's just be the next. Let's compete with Amazon too. And I think that was bad for eBay, but because it messed up a lot of our stuff. Case in point, there are copies of the Milan pocket watches that I sell. Now, Milan, Milan, is a vintage pocket
Yeah.
watch company. They're still in business, but there are copies of them. So when I first started selling them, and I was selling the vintage for like 16 to 20 bucks, because they're not an expensive vintage. They're not. They're already, you
Mm-hmm.
know. So, but then when you get the knockoff copies coming in from China on those that are selling for 99 cents for free shipping on eBay, I can no longer sell my vintage one for 15 to 20 bucks. I'm now having to sell it for $7, $8. Some people saying, but I found it for $1. No, you found the knockoff. You didn't find the vintage one. So that's why I was kind of curious. So go back to this lister. I want to go back to it again. Let's just kind of look at it. I really like the concept. I just wish they would do it on something different than. Maybe they should do it based on UPC symbols. Or not symbols, UPC numbers. That would be awesome. On the UPC.
But if you look the UPC up, you can find it. Like I just like the Star Trek Voyager
I'm just curious if there is, so
comic book.
for vintage book, that would be something to see. That would be something to see. So a vintage
Yeah, I
book,
got one. I looked it up on Amazon. Do. Comic book.
and you actually found it because it Amazon has a Amazon has a lot of
Yeah, I
vintage
found it. Yeah.
books.
So here's the one for the Star Trek.
Be sure, folks, if you're doing this, you go back and change from new to pre-owned.
Yeah. I didn't have a price. Let's do $7.
I like the little. There it is. Yep.
There it is.
Janeway right there in 7 and 9.
It's listed.
Boy. You can tell this was made. This comic book was made after the show, because it's got. That actually looks like the two actresses that played those two parts. I remember those, man. They.
Mm-hmm.
I watched Voyager. I actually liked it, but I remember all the nerd guys were like, the 7 and 9. She's so hot. She was in that. What was that? Full bodysuit or whatever. They like drooled over her all the time. Even heard about it on the Big Bang Theory.
Yeah, so that's the description. Puts a picture of it. Star Trek. Read more features. Marvel.
Like I
February.
said, I really like the description. I can't complain. That is the best description. My only complaint about this thing is how many of us have stuff that is readily found on Walmart or Amazon? I mean,
Yeah, I'm not saying it's something you're going to use, and honestly, I'm going to delete both of those. But I
it is
just
a
thought it
really
was very
interesting
interesting,
one. It really, really is.
especially if you found If you were buying stuff at the Amazon, like like that lady that you like, Desert Sellers, she
Yeah,
goes to
that's
the
true.
Amazon bulk store all the time, right? And she could just go in there and just find that item. Boom, it would make her listings.
That is true.
All right, just doing a little cleanup. I wanted to make sure that stuff wasn't out there for sale. So I don't know that that's the greatest one. It's not the greatest one, but it is interesting that you can, and I think most everything you can find on there, like old comic
Yeah,
books,
everything
or,
you can find on
Funko
Walmart.com
Pops.
and Amazon, you can put it on there.
Exactly.
They're,
And another one, she just tell you it's a different AI lister. But I
their
just thought it was crazy.
problem-
It
I
did
would
it
have
like
liked to
that.
have seen the bulk listing part of that. 'Cause there's actually a bulk thing up there too. They had a bulk option. That would have been crazy. You probably
Yeah.
just list all the ones you're gonna list. So I don't know, folks. Maybe if you find something on
Yeah.
sale in the clearance bins at Walmart that you think you can make some money off of, take them home and use
Yeah.
that one. It'll list them real quick. I mean,
Wow.
I might have to
It
check
wowed
that
me.
one out.
I thought it was cool.
I think they should add some more ability. But you're right. The lady who I was watching for a while, I don't watch her anymore, but she Wow Lister, is that what you said? Wow Lister.
Yeah. WOWLISTER.
She would like to go to the Amazon. You and I watched it several times, because I would send you an episode. Like, look what she found, dude. But she did like to go to churchyard sales, and Goodwill bins there in California. But her best one she really loved was the Amazon box stores, where they're taking in Amazon returns
Yeah.
by the palletfuls, and you go in and on Monday it's $7 to get in the store, and everything's a certain price or whatever. I mean, however the Amazon store works
Yeah.
at where you're at, but
I just watched
You
the
do?
most recent one because I follow her now. And the Amazon store has closed like last week. The last one, she's like, yeah, the Amazon store. I went there. And it was just locked up. It's a sign on the door that says, for now, we are closed.
yeah, she did. She got a
And that's
lot
where she got
of
a lot of her
stuff.
stuff. So I don't know what her
A
plan is.
lot. All right. Well, we've got a little while left, folks. I will try my best to get you into this incredible lister that we have here. First of all, here's what I'm going to preface this by saying. I have it pulled up. But if you see right here, this, right here, wee woo. And you see this here, wee woohoo. And then I'm going to slide over
Yes.
here into Ugly Betty. And you see this here, wee woohoo. You know,
You're
so
very excited.
I mean, this is a small tripod.
I'm really excited to try this on my own, but in my setup here, I just don't have the stuff
I wouldn't
here
be
to do
so
it.
excited to try it on your own. So here's
Didn't work as
here's
good
what-
as the shirt?
Well, I don't know, because here's what's funny. So I used this to list, and I used it
Mm-hmm.
Friday night,
Yeah.
and I sold one of the items Saturday morning. I mean, so I was like, oh, well,
That-
maybe,
that is a
maybe
plus.
I should use it. But anyway, I know I'm sliding off camera, folks. I'm putting that tripod back. Here's the thing. And you're going to see what I'm talking about here. I'm going to open up and I'm going to share again. So once you see the share, you're going to see a wide shot of me. Yay! So you see all my mess in here. Over there's Ugly Betty. So this, again, is the ragged, still needs help eBay office. But, okay, so I'm going to leave this right here and go. So I just hit, oh, what? Why is it not letting me do it? Okay, where's my... Okay, we're going to stop sharing for just a moment. What I'm going to try to do is get this to actually go to the dashboard. Yeah, it's going to go to the camera when you log in anyway, folks. But once you take one picture, like I just took a picture of me sitting here, and it does allow 12 pictures per item. So that is kind of a plus. That was one of the questions
Okay.
you and I kind of had was, does it limit you to 12 pictures only? No. So, all right, folks, I'm gonna start sharing again. You're gonna love this. You're gonna see why I laugh here in a minute. Some of you, Mike, you're gonna absolutely love this. What it analyzed this as. Okay, so it took a picture of me sitting here and it analyzed all of my. Can you see my mouse? You can't see my mouse, can you? It analyzed all
No.
the
Yes.
socket tools I have behind me as vacuum tubes,
Vacuum.
vintage parts. Now I can tell you the price on this thing. I was actually surprised. The items that I listed with this, the pricing actually was closer. It was really close. I only
That's
had
good.
one that was really kind of off, and I want to give it the benefit of the doubt to say that the reason it was way off. I mean, we're talking like it was way off. Was because somebody had basically
Yeah.
the way that I look at this, and I'm kind of curious how they do this. But everyone, all of them but one that I used listing this were within $1 or two of what they actually sell for. The one that it
Oh.
was way off had one that sold at an auction and one that sold at a regular price. And so it was
Okay.
like, and so I'm like, I wonder if this one actually does go to eBay and analyze solds and listings.
Sold.
I mean, because I can't quite tell, but that based on the
Mm-hmm.
fact that it was not more than 2 to 3% off, and it tells you that it likes to list in the
Yeah.
middle. That's what because it will give you hints down
Mm-hmm.
here at the bottom. Once you get so like down here, item description. See right here, did you know? It likes to give you stuff one, and that actually starts to, you know, that actually starts to fill out. As you start to fill out your thing, it starts to give you more analyzation. It will start to give you more did you knows that are more particular about what's going on.
Hmm.
And one of them it told me was like, did you know that listing within 10% of the mean whatever, and I can't remember my means and medians and all that stuff, folks, but it said listing within 10% of that makes you
Yeah. Yeah.
increases your sales by exponential da 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 da, which is kind of cool. So let's talk just for a minute though about this setup. Number one, you can add photos. You can add up to 11. That's no problem there. But you can add photos, and it'll let you keep doing it. Now it will also let you edit the photos. So like, but it'll only let you crop it. So like I can crop it down to like that. I mean, and I
Yeah.
can go apply. And now
Yeah.
you're
Yeah. I
just
got you.
seeing basically my dusty old book back. It'll also let you delete it.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll say this remove the photo from listing. This action cannot be undone. Right.
Because
Now,
there's only
here's
one.
the thing. If you go back and you hit, you see how now it's got nothing up here? If you go to add photo again, it's going to ask
Yeah.
you to
Yeah.
add photo. Now, you can also put a description in text, like if you tell us the front of a shirt or whatever. Oh, wow. It literally logged me out. Let's log back in. Oh, it's going to make me take another picture. Okay, boom.
I think if you click that multi-photo up top there,
It will.
it'll let you take the
I
12
was going to get
photos
to
at
that.
once.
But anyway, it's analyzing again.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Okay, here's the thing though. This is not a bulk lister. It will not do bulk listing at
No.
all. Oh, now it's picking up the backpack.
Right.
And maybe I don't
I wonder
know.
if that's because you scrolled
But
in on it the last time.
here's the thing, and it fills in all this stuff here for you or tries. You can edit it. Remember though, if you edit here and say you just want to go new, you have to click this. You can't just click off of it. You have to click to save on everything. Now, here's the
Okay.
good, the bad, and the ugly on this one. The good is this, and I'm going to stop sharing. I'm actually going to log out of it because you've pretty much, I mean, if you folks are interested in it, it's not hard to learn. You can very easily
Yeah.
go. How do I log out? Where's my log out? Huh. It's probably not going to let me log out now. I'm just going to click off of it. I'll come back later. All right, so here's the thing, folks. So here's the good, the bad, and the ugly on this. It's not a bulk lister. It's not. The description it does is better than some we've seen, but not near as good as the one Ben showed tonight. And in fact, here's the real skinny. So on one of the items, it was totally wrong on what it is. So I did the sweater. I don't know, folks. We're doing a picker pass again every once in a while, and so the sweater that was on picker pass, or will be on picker pass, depending upon when this comes out, I used it as one of the items on this. It took it as a Brooks Brother instead of an Oscar de la Renta, which is a totally different manufacturer. And so then I could not. Once I corrected it, I could not get it to write a new description. It would not do it. I deleted all the pictures out, took another picture, analyzed again, and it come back as the same thing. I did it one more time. I deleted all the pictures out. I took a picture of just the tag. Then all it said was tag. It thought I was selling the tag out of the sweater. So if it gets it wrong, you're going to have to manually input everything. If it gets it right, though, it does a very good job description on it. You can edit, drop photos right there, so if you don't do very well with the photos. But another thing, too, is you are using your computer or auxiliary plugged in USB, and that's why I've got tripod here. That worked really well. Really did. I would not do it without a remote, though, because I would have to go over and set the camera, go back, hit the button. Now, what got very difficult was on some of the clothing that I use this for. You've got to hold the label because it'll be rolled up or something, and you got to hold it, So trying to hold it out and reach way over here needed a remote. Couldn't do it. You can get a cheap remote, eBay or Amazon, wherever. You can get one of those. Would I use this program? There's the big question. Yes, I would use it. Number one, it's free. It doesn't cost anything.
Yeah.
You just got to make sure you're going back in and doing some manual stuff. Here's why I would use it, especially if I was just starting out. One, if you've got a light box with a turntable, it would be incredible. The small little tripod I had right there with Ben's light box, if he bought one of the turntables to go in it, and he could put I could put you could put your pocket watches in it. He could put his mannequin with the hat in it. He could just have it. He could just have it turn, and he could sit there and snap a picture, and then it would be perfect. I mean, so there's the thing.
Yeah.
If I had the light box like Ben's has got, and I did go look at one Ben's has got, and it has an added ruler in it. So you can buy a ruler. It's like a corner ruler that will go in. It's got big numbers on it, Ben's. I don't know if you knew that or not, but you can buy one of those. And if you had the turntable and had it set up, what you could do is you could even take your measurement pictures. So, and that one there, the List W, if you put in your measurement pictures, it will actually include those measurements in the description. So it does a pretty good job of that. My problem was, I'm not set up for that. Most of you are not. Now, you can buy, again, you've already got one of these, like we've talked about, your tools. This, you're going to have to go buy a camera that you can attach to the computer. Now, supposedly, in Windows 11, or if you have a Apple computer and an Apple phone, supposedly they sync. I don't know. I've never had a Mac. I've never had a Mac. I'd love to have one, but I've never had one.
Me either.
I've tried to do the Bluetooth between my iPhone and my iPhone and my PC. It doesn't work very well. Now, my brother has a Google Pixel phone, and through Google Pictures on his PC and Chrome, the Chrome web browser, they sync very well, according to what he tells me. I don't know, folks. You can check that out. But anyway, here's the problem with this one. It's so much equipment. Yes, it's free. and it doesn't do bulk listing. Benz and I want this. Our whole purpose of this is not to knock down programs, but to find the one that works for what we're looking for, which is something we can come down here or go to our eBay room and list our 10 to 20 items or more, however we want to do, and still have time to enjoy our life. And this program, you can't do that. This program, if you're a
it'd be good for one-offs.
It's not as good for one-offs because it doesn't recognize as well. It doesn't have as good a recognition as some of the others we've done in the past.
Okay.
I mean, it recognized your shirt right away. I think it's because of the symbol. And it recognized...
Yeah, I know. That was the thing. That was the crazy.
The stopwatch that I sold. I told you I sold this weekend. It recognized that right away. That was what I sold. I listed that on this with this, and it sold right away because it recognized exactly what it was. It actually recognized more than I knew, which was pretty cool. So if it recognizes it, it's awesome. If it doesn't, like on that sweater, I had to put everything in manually because it was like, no, this is a Brooks. And like it was like it wanted to argue with me. I was like, no. I mean, so would I use it? I would consider using it, but here's the thing. If I was going to use this one, number one, I would want multiple cameras. I would want multiple light boxes set up in here. And I would want like turntables, mannequins, the whole 9 yards. I honestly think this one probably has the most professional, like company-wise, standpoint of all the ones we've seen so far. In other words, it has the ability to where if you really want to set up a photo booth with a mannequin and a whole 9 yards, and you're going to go... Are you pouring a drink or peeing?
I'm pouring a drink.
What are you doing?
I mean, if I was going to piss,
anyway, back folks,
and get up and walk away.
I liked it. Not.
Whew, yeah. I couldn't get up, so I just peed in the cup.
I liked it, folks. But for what Ben's and I are looking for, we're still back to, as far as I'm concerned. Even the one he showed tonight was kind of cool. We're back to the, what is it, List Agent Pro? That's still the best one so far.
List Agent is the best one so far.
Being able to bulk list. Now, do some of the others that we've done do some things better than List Agent Pro? Yes, they do. But if you're, that's why we want to tell you the good, the bad, so you can say, no, for what I want, this one's better. Because several of them, they're better at certain things. That one we did, what was the name of it? That had such a great interface. Oh my gosh, it was like the best interface. See, we need to go back and read. Yeah. We've done so many, folks, and we've been going through so many of these that we're like, we're forgetting some of them. Yeah, there was the one. Oh my gosh, the interface on that one was great. But again, that's not what Ben's and I are looking for. We're not looking for a business management companion software. We're looking for a bulk lister.
Right.
And to do that, it's got to do a couple things well. One, it's got to recognize the product in front of its face. Two, it's got to write a good description. Mm-hmm. And three, it's got to do multiples at one time. And so far, List Agent Pro is the only one that has been good, okay at most things, and does a multiple listing. And they do it cheap.
Yeah, I'll do 100 at a time, and it seems to be decent. Cheap. It is cheap. A year is $180, so $120,000.
I mean, but I do like this one was called List WAI. It was pretty cool. Yeah. If you're just new, this one might be a good one to start out. List WAI might be a good one to start out with, and it might be a good one to stay with because,
if you set it up, I think you'd have to get used to this. You'd have to have the setup for it. I know when I get home, I'm going to take one of my light. I have like 4 light boxes. I'm going to take one. I got an extra PC. I'm going to set it up.
You will love it because the thing is, if you click the multiple photos at the top, it will let you take them. And so that's why I said if you've got a turntable, If you got one of them motorized, if you spent the money and got one of them motorized
Yeah.
turntables, oh my goodness! I mean, and turned it
Yeah.
down in way slow speed, you could. So my
Hmm.
goodness, but there again, lighting. Your lighting needs to be good. It
As
needs to
long as it.
recognize what it is. You know, but yeah, if you set up from the very get go for this, like the setup I saw at Goodwill when I went, I got to go behind the scenes at Goodwill because they just let me because I had to go pick up a package and I had to go. They were like, "Oh, well, we don't have
Right.
it, but we don't have it here up front." But and they said just to send you around the back. And I was like, "Oh, that's weird," because I normally pick up at one other one, my local one, and there's this. I have to wait for the little guy to come bring his little cart, and bring it to me. No, this one here, they were like, "Just go around back, and knock on
Yeah.
the door." They said, "Just come around back." So I go into Goodwill, and it's warehouse shelves of all this stuff on shopgoodwill.com, and then they've got stations like.
Hmm.
Yeah, so for this list WAI,
Which
it
makes
would work
sense.
perfect for what the setup they've got, where they had their stations, which is exactly kind of
Yeah.
how Ugly Betty is built. Is built very similar to one of their stations, and I'll show Ugly Betty again. So
Yeah.
there, I know I'm blocking with the camera, but just to show her again. Okay, Ugly Betty, there you go. I mean, you see how it's sloped there? Okay, and then the lights position. Okay, so it is kind
Yeah.
of built. I built it based on. Hopefully it'll refocus here in just a second.
Put your finger on the thing like that, and then go back. That usually
It's trying,
resets
folks.
it.
Maybe it'll
No, not
reset here in a
yours.
second. It is trying to refocus. It was like,
It
wait,
is.
there we go. Okay, so that's
There
the
it
way their
is.
setup was, and they had their cameras on tripods and USB to their computers. Now, I would tell you this: I would, if I was going
Hmm.
to really do this one, I would invest in a 4-button camera switch and forget the turntable. And I would put 4 different cameras
Okay.
in my light box so that you can click a button and take a picture with that, click a button, take a picture with that. Because here's the thing: if you set it up right with 4 cameras, like that hat Benz has right now, if he wanted to sell a hat,
Yeah. Front, side, back,
you don't need both
side.
sides. Get one from underneath.
It's got a teddy bear.
Oh,
Got some googly
maybe
eyes
you
in the
need
back.
5 cameras to do a
It's
hat
got
like
some weird
that.
thing there.
Most hats you can get by with 4. 3, really. It is a weird hat.
This is a weird
Anyway.
ass hat.
We're not going to say anything, folks. Really check out the.
What is that? Look at it. Look at that
Man.
ghost eating
Anyway,
that teddy bear.
I do like this. Still got the sticker on the brim, but I don't
Came
want to
that
take
way.
up too much more of your time, folks. I just want you to know we want you to be able to pick the one you like. The List WAI does a great job, but it doesn't do what we want it to do.
No, it's not a bulk lister. It's an
It is.
individual lister, but it's neat in its own
neat.
way.
And
Right?
They
All
are.
of these are
I've,
neat
I've
in their own
learned to.
way.
I've learned to even.
But
I've learned to even
Yeah.
like Lazy Lister. I mean,
well, that's
oh,
the
they're
email
wondering
I
where
got.
you're
I
at.
got an email from
They're
Lazy
like, hey,
Lister
what
because
you
wasn't
do?
no they've been working hard to fix Lazy Lister. They have added bulk listing. I thought
No.
it had bulk listing before.
It was
but maybe it
individual.
didn't.
So now they have
I think it
bulk
was
listing.
an individual.
We might
So now they
have
have
to revisit.
bulk listing. It's your new secret weapon.
Somebody,
So
one of you guys
Yeah,
that
they sent me
watches
an
this
email
contacted
on
them, didn't you? Y'all didn't you? Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
So
or they saw my video.
we need to go. To be fair, since they've added that, at the very end, folks, we'll go back to Lazy Lister and just see if it works any better than it did before.
I'll try tonight.
Sure,
I've
why
got
not?
1,000
I may try it again.
items worth of photos. So
Yeah, use my free
Gotta
10.
use my free
Here's the
10.
thing, though. You know what's
But hey,
funny?
this is
We are.
we're having fun, right? And it's neat. It's something new, and hopefully you guys are getting something out of this. If anything, we're learning about AI listing, right? And we're learning that hey, it gives us a little step up that hey, we can do this. And there's nothing to be scared of. I mean, this isn't Terminator stuff. None of that, I don't think, could kick my ass. So
If it
I'm
can't
pretty sure
figure
this
out
one's
a
safe so
sweater,
far.
I'm pretty sure I ain't got no problem with it. But
It ain't going to come climbing in
here's
your
what's
house.
funny, folks. I just want to tell you this. You can take all the ones that Ben's and I have signed up for so far, and if you're just running a personal store, I honestly think
Yeah.
that if you're running a low level or the personal store, maybe even up to the 1,000 level, I think that you could just get your listings AI free every month.
Well, that WoW Lister's unlimited. That one
Yeah.
that you just tried, it's unlimited. So you could run
Yeah.
you could run the largest store with the one
And
you're doing. I mean,
it's probably set
with
up. The list WAI is
WAI.
really set up for a professional, like if you've got the, and I was just lucky because I've done so much recording and stuff. You know, to have the tripods and to have the, I mean, that right there is a follow me. So, I mean, I was just lucky to have all that already. And so I was like, yeah, I'll try it. I'll run it out. Now, finding enough USB extension cords was a bit of a problem, folks. Because
see, I've got one that's like 16 feet.
this one runs.
I got all my stuff at home.
So behind the computer, it runs up. It runs over like probably 7-8 feet, and then it runs down, and then I even put another one on it and ran it over to Ugly Betty so that I could. Now I would tell you that was where the beauty really shone, and that's why I'm like a light box. Standing here with a projector over this here trying to do close was a little bit of a pain in the butt with the list WAI, but getting inside the light box with that smaller tripod, that was where I really, because I could control the lighting a little bit more, I could control the position a little bit more, smaller item. So, so that's why I'm saying too, if you need the remote, because I mean, I can jack this tripod up about another 2 feet. So, and that would have given me more control to be able to come directly down on top of the clothes. So that would be great. If I had my Ugly Betty here finished, which I never did. I never finished her because she works the way she is for what I need. Especially now that I'm not doing huge paintings. I learned my lesson there. But if I had it the way it was with my different camera positioning blocks and my little holes drilled, I could do from the top down and reposition and all that just from there. Which again, that's Goodwill's setup, folks. Goodwill they have light boxes just like Ugly Betty that are that big, if not bigger. They can shut doors, and it's got little blocks where so these camera lenses, and just, oh my gosh, we're way over, Benz, but let me give this information real quick. This will help people if they really want to do this and do this professionally.
Brother.
So you got a lens that's maybe, I don't know, what, a half inch? Maybe a 45 caliber. Looks like about the same size as my 45 Colts as far as a round. I want to know how big a hole I can punch in somebody, folks. So anyway, it looks about the same. So you just drill that hole, and then it's got a little block to hold your camera below it. Now, what's interesting was Goodwill's, and I stood there waiting for them to bring my thing, just watching in amazement to get to go back there. And this may be the only Goodwill that's like that, I don't know. But the blocks were like magnets, too. Because I know they were pegged. They were pegged.
Oh, cool.
They had little pegs on them. They could reposition the blocks with the different holes. So it was kind of amazing how they could do that and put the camera right through the hole and take different pictures. And then they would swing open one door and move the item around, swing it back, and look and change it and look over because their computers were here, But that was the way that they did that. And then, of course, once they got all the pictures done and listed, they handed it off to somebody who took it and archived it on a shelf somewhere. But great. It was an very interesting setup. So that's why I built that way, because I was originally going to go that way, closing the sides, make all these different ways to take pictures and different angles. If you want to do it, hey, go for it. I made Ugly Betty out of scrap, so Ugly Betty ended up not working as well as we had hoped, but she takes great pictures.
She does. All right, everybody. Hey, that was our week and our AIs we looked at this week. Hopefully you enjoyed it.
We got more AIs for you coming next.
So we'll talk to you guys next week.
So
we do.
Stay out of trouble. That's definitely stay out of trouble.
Yes, yeah. No, don't take any wooden nickels. That's my thing. So, all right. I'll talk to you later.